All right. Let's do a warm-up match. Nope. Bye, Rebecca. Let's look at this. Okay, they got the Zoro. We'll take this. Oh, nice. Let's take another one of these. Why not? All right, then we'll do 677 next turn. And then after this, we'll just dive right into ranked. Creek would be nice. I think I have the restand event. Oh, we're actually doing 666. That's actually fine. I've heard this deck struggles with 6K swings. All right. Forgot we were on the second curve instead of the first curve. Okay. It's getting bottom decked. Wait, is it? No. Yeah, no. Yes, guys. Probably good to hold on to. Is he playing another Nami? I wonder if I should. I wonder if I should go. Maybe I should kill the Nami at least. Nice. This is a bit of a weird match for us. I don't like how many cards I have in hand. I wish green had something like a pudding to just deal with that massive hand size sometimes. I think a Luffy Uch is coming down. So I got the Hody. Oh, he got 1-2K. Ooh. Counter out. Oh, double Hody Jones. Yeah, we're a little bit in trouble here. Just have too many cards in hand. It's going to be a little rough. We do have a lot of swings, though. Start with the 6K. We know they have the chopper. This deck runs like 8 2Ks, so. Yep. Oh, nice. That is really the secret against Uta. They are a very bricky deck. Yeah, look at that. Very, very bricky. Oh, okay. All right, let's dive right into ranked. This is the list we're running right now. We're probably going to run it tomorrow at Eggman's box tournament, double box tournament, and hope that we don't see too many Peronas or Katakuris. I feel good against Reiju. Sakazuki's kind of meh, but Reiju feels good. Moriya's feels pretty good. And so I think Perona is a little tricky. I think Sakazuki can be a little tricky. Arlong, okay. One thing I'm like not super sure about recently is the Krieg. Like the East Blue Fishman is probably the best synergy for Arlong in terms of like dual searcher, because you get this character, you get Kurobi, you get Hachan. So there's like a lot of crossover between those two archetypes. And so it kind of makes sense to have Krieg as one of your mid-tier to big bodies to kind of round out your East Blue search. But it's just removed so easily by Sakazuki. It's also like nice to be able to kill like a Lucci Hino with it. It just, I don't know. I haven't had great luck with it in some of my testing today. All right. We got a match against a Perona. Ugh, right off the bat, one of our worst matchups. I think we want to go second against Perona. I don't like this hand. That's a little better. Yeah, I think second is the move against Perona. Let's get the Arlong character. We're going second. Let's pull a Krieg. We have a very bricky hand right now, but I got a plan. All right, so now if they kill this, we get a life back at least. Oh god, this hand is so bricky. That's fine. Nice, got a 2k out of hand. Put another Kiku in there. I do regret not taking a Hachan at this point because we're getting all the bricks. We only have 2 of these in our deck, and we're seeing both of them. Oh my god, this is insane. Nice, alright, at least he's killing those for us. It's making this a little better. Oh, he's looking for the 10 drop. He didn't find it. I did not see an OP07 topping aceless. I'm gonna look at that right after this. That's super cool. I'm excited. I was just complaining to my buddy today about how sad it is that there's like no support for ace in OP06. There's like nothing to add to him that makes sense at all. So it's interesting to see what they add in OP07. I'm gonna flash that up right after this. Okay, so I think we're good here. We might even, oh. No, because he's going into the Arlong, it's not as good. All right, we'll give him that. Oh, 8-drop kid. What? This is weird. Not what you expect to see. I wish these were Ryumas. This is a very odd Perona build. Damn, I was really confident that we had this, but now I don't know. I guess the question is, can I somehow... We can go 11k, 11k, but they definitely have the counter for that. I wonder if playing this is... We can go 11k. No, because then it just comes back. I think we gotta maybe we go like 10, 10, 10 to get some cards out of hand. Yeah, and try to survive with the armor. Yeah, having no counter is rough for us here. Hopefully we get like a something off of life. Damn. The tech. That's crazy because I think I saw Vanderdecken on one of my searches and I just didn't grab it because there's no reason to. Yeah, but this card's crazy with Kid. I was like, oh, there's no reason to grab Vanderdecken because Perona doesn't run 8-drop Kid, but this guy does. The spice. Oh, we're gonna get 10 dropped here. I have to counter out there because... Oh, maybe not. I'm gonna hold on to this. These don't help us at all at this point. Oh, at least now we're getting... He's not another 7-drop. We have so many good things here. Oh my god, it's frustrating. Hey, Fercho. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. I got absolutely bamboozled here by this Perona who ran this 8-drop Kid, and I just haven't seen that a lot. So I'm dealing with the consequences there. I mean, I think our move is... the problem with the Amaru right now is resting this doesn't actually help us at all. If they have 3k counter, we lose. Yep. Yeah, the Rosinante. That was they had 2 more k counter. That's unfortunate. I wonder if I should have done that differently. I feel like that was probably my best play. That's so annoying. We had such a board too. So if it wasn't for that Rosinante, we could have rested it with like the Jones. Which counter they have? They had 3k, 4k, 5k. So I needed to kill the Rosinante and then go 5k over on top of that. That's impossible. Damn, if only I took the Vanderdecken. I didn't think I needed it in this matchup. The topping list for ace. All right, let me pull this up. First, let me just say we lost one. We gotta update the record. I'm 0-1 for sure. Okay, topping list for ace. Thank you, Joel. Appreciate that. Let me switch here. Okay. I don't know what this 1-drop is. Actually, don't know what either of these 1-drops are. I don't know the OP07 cards. But 4 Whitebeards is intense. And then there's an event here I don't recognize. Yeah, a couple of things I've actually never seen before, but they do run the Shanks. This is a very top end heavy list. This is interesting. Really top end heavy. Yeah. It's very different from the ace list I ran in OP05 because I was much more low to the ground, similar to Zoro. And then just like a lot of removal, obviously. Oh, that's just an alt art Ezo. Okay. And then there's a one drop event here. Is that just Rad Beam? Probably not. Ace oh, there's an Ace Searcher. Okay, this is Rad Beam. Okay. Well, first of all, these alt arts are sick. I love that Otama. Look at that. And they got the manga Ace. It's because they got the bling. When you got the blinged out deck, it makes you that much better as a player. It's a cool list. It's very interesting that they kind of went for just like play the bombs back to back. How many 2Ks is this? 8? It could be because the meta is different. Like it just might be, you might have the space to play a slower ace because it takes a while to turn on. I think the biggest concern is that you have 8 2Ks, but you have 8 bricks, or I guess 12 bricks. And then, no, you have a lot more. You have 4, 8, 12, 16 bricks, and then all of your events. And you don't run the 0 drop. I don't know. Do you guys know how big this tournament was? Was this like a bigger event or like a locals? Yeah. Interesting. Definitely something to think about. Maybe there is a version of Ace that works in OP06 that doesn't use new cards, and it's just a different play style. Because I looked at like the cards that were added in for red, and I was like, okay, there's nothing new for Ace. This deck isn't going to work, but maybe there's a different play style of Ace that works with existing cards. I'm not sure. It's a Japanese large local. Okay, large locals, yeah. Large local, not a flagship. I mean, large local something. It's not as indicative as like a regional or whatever. But if you could go 6 rounds with something, that tells you something for sure. All right, let's queue up for another one. I didn't like getting bamboozled by an 8-drop kid there. Damn. It is kind of crazy how like 8-drop kid was like the card for a while, and then it was basically unplayable because everyone had removal for it, and now it's just so good again. Yeah, maybe I bring Vanderdeck into 2. No, it's Ace. This doesn't work. This is just the same as my Wheel 5 list. Maybe I bring Vanderdeck into 2 so that I always have removal. We had such a good board too. That's so disappointing. Yeah, probably a standard battle. But if he went 6 rounds with that, that's pretty interesting. Joel, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. All right. Oh, we got a Sakazuki. Okay. We got to rush him down. Take a 2K. Hydrate. I got my water right next to me. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I like to do most of my testing on ranked sim, because at least you're playing with people who are trying to play something competitive, and you typically only see like the most common meta decks, unless you're playing against me, and then you see random shit, because I always play something weird. Nice. Always good to get rid of an Ice Age. I wonder how many Ice Ages does an OP06 Sakazuki run? 2 or 3? What's standard these days? Because I feel like they always have the Ice Age, which makes this Krieg like so much worse. It's weird that they trashed it instead of just. Oh, is he just gonna play Lucci flat here? That feels like not good. Oh, seriously? I almost never whiff with that. There's so many hits for this. All right, yeah, he's playing the Lucci flat. That's fine. I think we Krieg the Lucci next turn. Oh, that's good. Nice. Great Eruption. He's gonna play the second one. He's gonna play the event, the bottom deck event, or is he just gonna Hound Blaze? Hound Blaze, all right. Three Dawn. What do you play for 3 Dawn? Oh, brand new. Keep SQ. Thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Keeps Q. What do you think about the position of the Blue Croc deck in the OP06 meta? I like Blue Croc. I really like Blue Croc. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it becomes even more fun with Sakazuki gone, because it's like, I think, one of the better alternatives if you like the blue removal playstyle. I was testing like a Sanji version, so you just kind of use like your Doflamingos and your X-Drakes to set up your next couple turns, play Sanji, and it felt pretty good. But what do I do here? If I play the Krieg, he probably just removes it. Thank you, Keeps. Appreciate it. But yeah, I think Blue Croc has. I think he has some gas in OP06. You basically just have to stall out your opponent until you play too many bombs, and then he wins off like 4 9K swings in a row. If I play the Krieg and he removes it, I feel like my momentum's kind of going. Let's try it. Oh shit. If he has Moria, he can get it out of here. He has Moria. I should have looked at his trash first. Because he's going to play this, bring it down to 2, and then play Lucci. I should have played the Arlong. Yep. Sakazuki's so boring. It's the same thing over and over. Did you guys catch the World Championships? And it was like 4 Sakazukis in the top 4. It was literally just who could play Rebecca Hina Lucci the most times in a row. It's ridiculous. All right, we got to hope for a trigger that saves us basically, because he's got too many swings on the board. I feel like OP06 Sakazuki has so much more counter. He used to be a bit more of like a bricky deck. I'm liking Krieg less and less in my testing. I feel like whenever I play him, I regret it. And it's just not really working well. I haven't done much to it recently now. If I just counter out here, he goes 5k and then wins. So let's hope for a trigger. Nope. No, we needed a trigger there. And he had, I guess he could have Suru Hound blazed anything. The only thing that would have helped us maybe was an Amaru. All right, we gotta we'll tweak the list. I'm not liking it right now. The Kriegs aren't really working for me. The problem is there really isn't a lot of good East Blue cards. Django's the best East Blue card, and Arlong. Those two are those are like cornerstones of the deck. Kroby's really good too. They added a couple in starter 12, but they're not. It's kind of expensive, like 4 Dawn restand for your Arlong or your Kiku. And it's like, it's also situational, only if you have 3 or more lives. I don't know why you'd want to play this. I think it's better if you have like a when attacking ability. And then this is kind of useless. Rest up to one of your opponent's cost to it. For when attacking, yeah, it's like never gonna work. But I'm not liking the Krieg. You need some cards that are over 4 costs because otherwise the Perona matchup is just horrible because everything you're playing is removable. He wins me games. Maybe he's like a 2 of. And like Vanderdecken's a 2 of. Maybe something like that so you can remove some big bodies. What's in the 5-6 range? This is useless. It'll never stay around. I was thinking like Momo, because maybe you put like Kiku back in your life, but it's not enough Wano cards. If I had more Wano cards, maybe. Let's update. Our record, you're 0-2. Weak start. Weak start. No, these are all EB1. I was also thinking this just because it like pops off life, but you can't play it with Arlong ability, so it's not as good. There's also like just Dofi as a top end. That wouldn't have helped us because we lost before we even got Stead down there, though. I kind of like this card sometimes. It can remove more. It can remove X Drake from the Proto matchup. It can remove like Momo. And then the ability is kind of nice, but it's not that good on offense. Could also like put in Anels or something for the rush, but I think Hody Jones fills that slot well enough. Ugh. I don't know. Let's try like this 2-2. We're gonna go back in. All right, I'm queued up, waiting for a match. Nekomamushi. I thought about it, but it's so expensive to get the ability. Like, you need to put 2 Dawn under him, which when I think about a lot of my turns, I'm basically using all of my Dawn to like play Django or something in the middle of the game. I'll maybe put like 1 Dawn under Arlong to get him to 7 and then double attack with Django. So we have a match. We do have a match. Oh god, we're getting super high ranked people right now. Another Sakazuki. Alright. They keep winning the dice roll too. We want to go second, I think, in this matchup. It's a good opening hand for us though. Let's get a 2k. It's like a really good opening hand for us. I'm going to be playing this deck in Eggman's double box tournament tomorrow. So we'll see how it does live. Sometimes I feel like sim play is inconsistent. You either see all of your bricks or none of them, and I don't know, it varies. But I think in-person testing is always the best, or I guess webcam testing. So I'm going to play this deck tomorrow, 6 or 7 rounds. We'll see how we do. I'm hoping to get top 16 because I could use the cards. I only got 1 box for OP06. No. Okay, that's actually really good for us. Oh, this is amazing. This is actually such a good outcome because now he can't use his, we're not going to let him use his, I should have swung 7. That's right. We're not going to let him use his when attacking ability next turn. So if he wants to remove it, he has to use like multiple great eruptions and stuff. This card is really, really good in the meta because so many decks have a when attacking ability. It's Sakazuki, it's Moria. What else we got? To some extent, like Katakuri, because he gets a lot of value out of one Dawn. And so being able to shut that down like really slows his momentum. And then for Reiju, it's kind of nice too. Just because if she's not seeing her Ichijis, it's like the leader attacks are one of the main ways she gets you low enough. All right, there's one greater option. He needs a second one to get him to... Oh, yep, can't get both. Nice. So we could do I think Django is the play. Nice. Nice. We know they don't have 2Ks. Nice. We have the Amuro, so if they go Fates here, we can get some good turns off next turn. All right, so they might have at most 2 2Ks now. Because they drew 1 and cycled 1. And they can play Moria? Moria to get Rebecca into Hina? No. There's a greater option. Okay, they could have 3 2Ks now, worst case scenario. It's crazy how much draw and cycle this deck uses. They basically just went from 0 2Ks to potentially 3 because they drew 1, cycled 1, and played greater option. All right. Porcelino? Question mark? mean, that'd be a pretty good play. I think if he swings and plays Porcelino and just bottom decks this, I do a couple of swings. Yeah, all right, Porcelino's coming down. Okay, so I think next turn we swing with this, play Sanji, and then play a second Sanji, and basically just go wide. Oh, I was wrong. Oh. Didn't expect that. Oh. 7. I need... No, I don't have enough to do it that way. All right, if we can survive this, we should be okay. He has a lot of swings on board. He's got five solid swings. I think we block early. I'm a little nervous. We're kind of relying on triggers at this point, which I don't love being in that position. We lost a lot of cards. I do appreciate when people say this, but it seems unnecessary. Like, I'm not going to leave a ranked match because you're taking too long. I obviously want the win. Maybe my mistake was dumping this Kiku. I probably maybe should have been playing it. Could have, yeah, like maybe it's like went too early with the Django, saved it for potentially this turn. Could have like rested the Borsalino and did a double attack with the Django. So it would have been like 9 Dawn. So I would have done 2 8K swings and hope he doesn't have counter for it. It's like kind of a risky way to go for the game, but okay. Kind of a good opening attack for us. I guess we gotta. I'm guessing like a Houndblaze is coming down or something. Like Great Eruption, Houndblaze onto the Tashigi, that gives you 4 viable swings. And then if there's nothing in here, I lose. If he doesn't play a second blocker and he gets me down to 1 life, I'm okay. Kind of depends how he plays this. All right. All right, man, come on. It's not that serious. Just go for it. Take a turn. I'm not going to ruminate on this with you. Just make a play. You're in, I would say he's in a very, it's like 80-20 favorite for him right now. He's guessing on if the triggers will win me the game or not. Which they could. There's a no Nami in here. I can just pop the Borsellino and then I'm solid. Oh, he's going blocker. Okay, well, I can't lose this turn. But it's possible I can't win next turn either, depending if he clears multiple bodies here. The smart thing at this point would just to not attack at all, because there's no point in risking it. Yep, there's the Lucci. 3 Luccis. Crazy. What a game this guy's having. If he has a Houndblaze too. Oh wait, no, the Houndblaze won't take care of this, but I wonder if he like goes 7-7 here. He shouldn't. Yeah, you don't attack in that situation. Yeah, I mean, I think I lose. I wonder if it's worth playing in this just to have a body next turn. So let's go, I guess, 9k, 9k. That's really all I can do because this can't rest anything. I don't have 1 life. Yeah, and then at this point you go 7, you go 9. No, I think you go 7, 7, 9, everything else on that. So what is that? 2 Dawn, 5 Dawn, 10. So 7, 7, 9, 10. I mean, that should get it for you. He won't. He could, but he won't. Sakazuki players will typically just removal and then blocker, blocker. Yeah, I mean, I got 3 life here. We've seen 1, 2. I think we saw 3 Kikus. I'm pretty sure he bottom decked 1. So unlikely to see a Kiku there. Now we can't lose this turn, so that helps. Cards that help us: Kurobi, Django, Cody Jones. If we get down to 1 life, the Sombrew is good. We have actually a lot of answers here. Oh, he's doing Moria, Borsellino, or I wonder if it's Moria Hina, right? Or Moria Borsellino. Moria Borsellino. Borsellino Helmeppo. And then he's not going to attack again. Oh, he waited too long. That's what you get. That's what you get for being scared to play the game. And what we had. Oh, dude. Should have gone for game. Yeah, prob. GG's, though. Yeah, you can't be scared to play the game. You really can't. But I did have Kiku, which if he started when attacking that turn, the Kiku would have helped a lot too. All right, we took our first win. I think the turn to go for game was last turn though, not or 2 turns ago, not the one he just had. Because I wouldn't have played the Satori. I would have been too scared. I wouldn't. I needed that 2K. I had 2 bricks though in my life, so definitely like guaranteed dub for him if he just went for it. But we're 1-2. We'll take 1-2. Waiting for our friend to vote, but I think we can just queue up anyways. Yeah, we can. All right, we're queued. I don't know. I had a really good time with this before OP06 actually came out when we were testing. Lately, it's been a little meh. I think when it works, it really works, but there's still so much removal in Sakazuki right now that it's tough. It's definitely really tough. The Kiku helps a lot, because unless they have specifically Helm Blaze or that new 2-drop event, they can't bottom deck it, but... Or I guess the 7-drop Porcelino helps too. Alright, Gecko Moria. I kind of like the Gecko Moria matchup. It's generally like a little better than Sakazuki, because he plays very differently, and he doesn't have Helm Blaze, which is really, really relevant. It's a bad hand. This is a worse hand. No, I don't run Reject. It's a really bad hand. Fuck. It's like so trash. I think Reject is like a really good card, but it kills your momentum because you... I guess I'll play that next turn. What is happening? You don't have a body on board after you play it. So you'll like play Reject, you'll kill something, and then the next turn they'll just play 3 cards. Because everyone you're facing has so much more potential to go wide than you do. Like Moria, Sakazuki and Moria both have access to 8-drop Moria or Rebecca, so they'll play that. They'll basically build a massive board. Reiju can play a bunch of things in one turn because she's like playing with like the small vanillas into the big ones, or the small soldiers into the big ones. So yeah, it's kind of a bad card in a deck like this when you only have 4 life and you need to finish the game very quickly. Amaru is better because it can help you go for game. Absalom, yeah, I guess he must have it in his hand. This is like the worst hand I've ever had. Oh, Perone again. Dirty old jacket. Good to see you, man. How are you? We're currently trying to play out of a hole with just like the worst mulligan I've ever had in my life. All right, well, at least now we can't be punished by the Perona. Is Absalom coming down now? Yeah, there's the Absalom. And then brand new? Brand new. Ah, that sucks. Where are you playing? It's like a scary position. He could just kind of go 5k with some of his guys and we lose. Red Purple lost such a sleeper hit this set. He's so good. The Reiju makes him so good. Just because he used to run out of resources. You just go for board and then eventually you win because he's like no more momentum. But now he just plays Reiju, gets like 2 cards. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then Katakuri's always been tough, but now. Yeah, totally valid. Everything feels a little broken right now, so you got to play broken to beat broken. I gotta counter out of this. I think we take the next one because I'm guessing Amoria's coming down, and then we should be okay. But if he goes like 5-5. Spicy. At least we got a 2K. Okay. Ooh. Dude, at that point, 1 card in hand. I don't know. I feel like people are so scared to like make plays. Like 1 card in hand, 1 life. You have 2 3Ks. Kind of like go for it a little bit. I don't know. I haven't messed around with Hody Jones at all. I really should. I'm just like curious if what the combos are. Arlong does need a card like Reiju. I mean, I guess the math here is 9-9. There's no other math. We either have it or we don't. Oh, ooh, just barely. GG's. My last life was a 2K. I think this guy lost because he was too scared. He had 10 Dawn up. He could have done 7K, 9K. He could have done 7K, and then if I didn't take it, if I countered out, then he could have played a Sabo after that. And it wouldn't have really made a difference. He would have been in the same position, basically. I lose a lot of games because I play super aggressively, but I think a lot of people lose to me because they play too passively. Yeah, if Arlong had a card like Reiju, it would be really nice. I mean, we're like squeezing by, but I don't know. I don't love it. Maybe I needed 2 Hody Jones or 3 Hody Jones. I don't love this card in Arlong because he doesn't get like the benefit that Yamato does by being able to put 2 Rested Dawn under him. Like sometimes an 8K is just not enough. Like really you want to go wide with these guys, but they just get removed so quickly by Sakazuki. What do we got this time? A Perona again. Bad hand. Well, at least we're prepared for 8-drop kit if it happens. Yeah, he's like a good finisher, but if you see him too early, it's kind of problematic. We open with this because if they see that we play Kiku, sometimes they counter out so that they can kill the Kiku with the Ryuma. Dude, yeah, Bandai's sleeping on Arlong. I don't know why they made new Fishman like a thing. Like Arlong is so weak. Did you really need to lock him out of the new Hody Jones cards? Oh. The Hiyori to Noah arc is spicy. I would not say that that's a good combo to play, but it's definitely effective if you pull it off. Those cards are... Probably not, but I mean, worth a shot. I wonder if we just keep going here. I think they could have designed a Fishman set that worked for Hody Jones and for Arlong at the same time. This card's like nowhere near good enough to be like something they needed to be concerned about. They could have just made it Fishman and then given him a little bit of a boost. Vanderdecken is like required if you don't want to auto lose to 8-drop Kid. That's the only reason he's in here. Otherwise, like, and it also even with him, sometimes you still lose anyways if they happen to have Kid and Rosinante in their hand. It's so rough. Oh, nice, the Django. We were looking for that. Is Moria coming down? I'm like scared that he still has a drop Kid. I don't want to drop this just yet. Oh, Sugar? Krieg, dude, I run Krieg in my Perona list. This guy's got the spice. He knows what's good. All right, we just have to live through this turn, so we really just can't get hit by this. If we live through this turn, we win the game, because we got the Karobi, we got the Hody Jones, but we don't have a lot of counter, so it really depends how they open here. If they do... Okay. Oh, shit. His fucking... Oh, my God. Doflamingo's coming down. We need to take all these. Doesn't help us. The Hody Jones is useless. Oh, actually, no, it's not totally useless. Thank God we have this. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. I forgot. I forgot that Sugar's ability doesn't work like that. I could have done this bigger. I could have had 2 more Dawn if I lose here. Okay, whew. Whew. I got spooked by the Sugar. I forgot that it only works in Don Quixote, the secondary effect. I could have just gone full on 11k. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. I always love when I win the games despite my best efforts. It just goes to show you guys, you don't have to be good at this game to win. I am so bad at this game, and I have a fucking top 16 Garp. Why? Why? I just got lucky. Just practice and get lucky. That's my advice to everyone. I'm like actually so stupid. I make mistakes like that all the time. Watch the VOD from my Treasure Cup. There was a bunch of games I should have lost because I just misplayed so hard. It's also why I'm kind of against paying for coaching. I'm sure there's people who are like good at it, but There are a lot of people who can like win consistently, but I'm sure there's like a bunch of scam coaches out there. I think you can get pretty far without coaching. All right. Oh, Gecko Moria. All right. Oh, he gave us one. All right. That's good. Honestly, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Do I want to go second against him? If I go second with Arlong, like the Arlong character in hand, I can stop him from attacking. It's pretty good. Yeah, let's take him off his Moria curve. There we go. We're very primed for a Perona hit here. Do they always have Perona in their opening hand? It's crazy. Count the number of times you play against a Moria on Sim, and then count the games where they don't have Perona in their opening hand. Okay. That's pretty good, because now they can't do that again. Which I think slows their momentum a good amount. The Sabo. That's what I'm saying. They always have the Verona. Like, I know they have 4 copies in their deck, but I don't know. The math isn't mathing for me. Feels a little high. I would imagine the rate at which Morias have Perona in their opening hand is like 90%. I mean, it's partially because they're mulliganing for it, so if they don't see it, they'll do it again, but... Let it die. Give it up. That was very much not worth it. I don't really know why I committed so hard to that Perona, but I just didn't want to take 2 attacks next turn. A lot of 2Ks in our hand. Select a card, trash. It's gonna come down. Hogback? Rebecca. Okay. Inupe. Okay, I guess he's looking for the Moria. He's like low on resources. We could probably clear his board here. Oh, that gives him another cycle. That's fine. Let's get the 2K. Alright. With the Moria in hand, we might be a little bit in trouble, but it depends how many attacks we can get in next turn, because they are out of cards. So we just... This isn't usually how I play this matchup. I don't typically go for board. I don't really know how I kind of fell down this rabbit hole. I think I let myself just kind of get tunnel vision. It felt like there was a good opportunity to go for board every turn, but this is bad at this point because he's going to Moria, and Moria's going to play something. think we have to counter here. Oh, okay. All right, he's going for that. That's fine. Moria into Lucci. Oh, he gets two of them. Yep. That's a rough for me for sure. At this point, I have to because I'm going to lose next turn. Yeah, this is like not where you want to be in this matchup. I think I probably hoped he had less counter in his hand. And so I would be able to get more hits in throughout the match, but he always had counter for everything, which was part of the problem I was facing. I could kill the Moria now with the Vanderdecken. I don't think that helps me though. Oh, is the second Moria coming down? No. Yeah, I just lose here. He's like way too much life. I don't really know what I was thinking. Like even if I get a Kiku and then top deck a Django, he has too much life. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking that entire match. I think I was really just banking on him not having counter for some reason. That was like very, very silly of me. I should have just left the promoters and just gone for face. He needed to be, you really need Moria to be at like 1 or 2 life so that you could just go for game in one big turn. All right, let's try it again. Something doesn't feel right. We run a lot of 2Ks. So maybe we run too many 2Ks. Like, I feel like sometimes our hand is very bricky because we have 4, 8, 10, 12, I guess 14, and none of the zero cost event. But in that last match, we had a lot of 2Ks. Not that I think it would have changed my plays too much outside of like the last turn when I was like out of cards besides 2Ks. But I don't know. I feel like where I struggle with this deck is if I don't have a good Django turn, I don't really have a mid game. And my late game is just going for game. So if I can't do that, I'm also kind of in trouble. Honestly, not the best keep, but let's hope we pull an Arlong here. We do not. The Wano version, okay. Got the 9 drop Yamato, interesting. I never play this card, but I have literally nothing to play. And I just need a body on the board. If he's Wano version, I don't think we have to worry about an 8-drop kid. If he plays an 8-drop kid, I'm going to feel really stupid. But this is like a combination you never see. It's usually one or the other. Five drop, okay. taking a lot of life playing like he has an 8-drop kid. I wish I had a fucking pudding. Like, how nice would it be to just bring him down to 5 cards from here? All right. Damn, I was really hoping for like a Kiku or a Sanji or something. He's gonna play the 5-drop Momo now. Bring that back, which the Armory won't help with. I was thinking about potentially playing the Kurobi just to kill the Hiyori. I think we're still okay though. Come on, give me a Kiku. Yes! Yes! You know what they call that? They call that a skilled gameplay. No luck at all. Come on. I put that there. I knew that was there. Part of me wants to banish that, but I can't banish that and Kurobi, so we're not going to. I think we're just going to Kurobi, like that's the most bang for our buck here. We got to put everything on this Amaru. Hope it's enough. Oh, yeah. I mean, we won without that because he had no more counter. So 7k on Hachan would have done it too. Kurobi wins games. The matchup into green yellow Yamato, I would say, is pretty positive for Arlong, but it's very, very fast. Like you're done in like 60 seconds, and you gotta really see your pieces and I think know what you're gonna do. So you really just want to be able to like counter out of at least one hit. Turducken, dude, thank you for the follow, really appreciate it. But yeah, in that matchup, you really want to try to counter at least out of one hit. And if you can't counter, you want to have the Arlong in your hand so that if they go all in to try to get you to 2 life, on their next turn, they can't swing with their leader. Best case scenario is probably you counter out of first swing and then you also play Arlong. And then I think it's kind of a trigger game. Because if they get a bunch of Kikus off life and you don't, it's kind of rough. But like, once you realize which kind of Yamato it is, whether it's the Fortress 8-drop kid version or like the Sky Island one or the Wano one, it kind of informs how you're going to play against it. And their playstyle is very linear. You just gotta be prepared for triggers and then you're all set. So that's one you can lose a lot, but it's not one I'm particularly concerned about just because there aren't a lot of surprises. You kind of know what you're getting. Whereas it feels like with Sakazuki, or like Moria, there's so many things that could happen because they have so much kind of versatility that even with the same deck lists, you just get wildly different matches. Do they have it? Don't they have it? It's a big question. Yeah, I do like how in OP06 at least there are a lot of different leaders you can play. I'm probably going to play Reiju once my cards come in. But for tomorrow, we're going to play Arlong. Perona again. I'm not a big Perona fan against Arlong. It's a little scary. I did want to go. I've been losing a lot of dice rolls. It's a bad hand. It's a little better. All right. think we're gonna start with the Onami Banish one more time. Oh, it's Turducken, your favorite leader. Ah, this is my favorite leader. It was my first alternate leader that I bought. Ah, this is annoying. I don't like that I have to leave this. Well, I guess one thing is if he uses this searcher, he can't play Rima. Yeah. Reiju deck list is pretty cheap besides like Reiju herself and then Queens if you're running them. I think Reiju came out kind of expensive right off the bat. Jesus Christ. This is like not the opening. This is like actually a very frustrating opening because she's getting so much value off this baby 5 and I don't really know how to stop it. I think I just gotta keep going. We gotta kill one of these next turn. All right, they got the 10 drop. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. Okay, well. We could kill the 10 drop with Vanderdecken. So we have that option. This is crazy. I actually have nothing to play. That's bonkers. That's insane. That's a crazy turn. I was hoping I drew something. Oh my god, is he gonna hit me with back-to-back 10 drops? Oh my god, you're so lame. You're so lame. All right. Yeah, Vanderdecken's the biggest change just for like stuff like this. I mean, if we see a Django, we could win. We can win big with the Django. I don't know. Oh is he doing another one? I lowered Krieg's down to 2 because I haven't been loving Krieg great lately. Dude, is this a third 10 drop in a row? I think he only searched for one of them too. Do I even play this? I guess I do. He's gonna rest it, but that means at least I'll have this. That's crazy. That's just dumb. So my issue here right now is I need one attack to go through so that I could double attack banish with the Krieg. And so, but I need 8 Dawn to do Krieg play, so I can really only do a 5k with my frickin' Vanderdecken of all things. Unless he has 3 bricks, I lose. God damn it. Yeah, I just lose. That's so frustrating. 3 10 drops in a row. We had a good plan otherwise because we were gonna it doesn't matter, but we were gonna banish Django. Like, we had all the pieces. I just needed to be able to go in with my leader to do 1 damage so that I could double attack banish with the Krieg. Yeah, I mean, ugh. So he had how much counter? 1k, 2k, 9k? Yeah, I mean, we could have done something big with that. Oh, that's really nice, B-Sign. I appreciate that. Yeah, I feel like Arlong is a hidden gem. It's just like you don't get a lot of people playing him because it's hard to just take L's all the time. So if you're not comfortable losing a lot to get to some of those better wins, you're not going to play the leaders much. There's a lot. If you want to win, there's way better leaders to play. But if you want to have like a good time and try something new, I think he's a lot of fun. Plasma fan, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Okay, we're 4-4. It's like not the worst in the world. 50% win rate is good. It's just 50% win rate. I always say, if you can win half your matches, all you need to do is get lucky twice, and then you're like 7-2. That's amazing. Sakazuki. Doesn't matter what deck you're playing against. Whenever someone plays like multiple bombs on you back to back to back, it just feels so bad. Like, it could be 10 drop mom, it could be Doflamingo, it could be like Moria. It's just so lame. All right, we have a hand here. Yeah, that's why I love it. I really like doing my own thing and like grinding out wins against, you know, the same 5 leaders that everyone else plays. It feels very rewarding, even if it's super frustrating a lot of the time. Got rid of 2k, interesting. So we know he has the Ice Age. I wonder if he uses it here, like Ice Age Houndblaze. That's kind of good for us. Hina Houndblaze? Yeah. Trash the Ice Age. The one downside about the OP06 Arlong is that back in OP03, way back, I ran more of like or even in OP04, I ran more of like a Big Bomb Pirates version of Arlong, which meant that I had the 3-drop Parasparrow, which if you're running the 3-drop Parasparrow, you can play 2 big characters on your 6-down turn if you're forced to go second, or if you choose to go second. I think we're, ah, damn that card. I don't know why do they make this card, honestly? Was it not enough to have Lucci? Who needs this? The West is not banning Sakazuki. We are dealing with him all the way to OP07, just like the East. Oh yeah, I did swap out one of the 2 keys for Satori just so that I can sometimes win off triggers if I need another attack. Your biggest issue is why is he on rate 4-6? What do you mean? Like why is my curve 4-6? Seen 3 great eruptions. It gets very disheartening trying to do something different. I'm just like so many tools in every other deck, and I'm like scrambling, looking for something to try to make things as effective as possible. And then you just got like cards like Great Eruption that put the whole thing together. Hey, Ephraim, thank you so much. Good to see you. All right, I think we're going back to the drawing board after this one. This one feels like a loss, an inbound loss. Oh, no Moria this turn. There's got to be a Lucci coming up. There's the Ice Age. Ice Age brings us to 0. He can't attack. That's why the Arlong's good. So he has to do something else. Yep, all right. And there's the Lucci. So he got everything, but it was much less efficient than if he was able to just -1. But damn, that still feels really bad. Oh my god, and we have nothing to play. We somehow have to just survive. If we can survive, maybe we can win next turn, depending on what's in our life. Oh, yes. Yes, why? I mean, why? Like, it's so unnecessary. The other reason Satori's in here is, like, in situations like this where I have nothing to play, at least I can put down a 5-cost 5k, which is, like, a little harder for them to remove. I mean... Nine. Oh my god. I just lose if he goes all in, but if I counter out, I lose anyways. Just, yeah. I'm gonna lose no matter what here. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I lose either way. I lost no matter what I did there because if I countered, I would have had no cards in hand and he would have just gone 5k and then put the rest on one of the other characters. Actually, no, I would have won. If I countered early, he would have done 5k, and then I would have hit the Onami. He would have run out of attacks. That's annoying. Yeah, I would have won if I just countered out early. I mean, you can't rely on that. But if I had just countered out of the 5k swing, he would have done 5k on what's his face, Helmeppo, and then I could have killed the Tsushigi with Onami. I think. No, maybe I'm misremembering. I think I might have lost either way. That doesn't make sense. He would have had the same number of attacks. It should have ended the same way. I'm having... Is there a way? Yeah, he had a Sabi the other way. He disconnects before I could see my top card. Yeah, you're right. He had it either way. He would have just pivoted. Sakazuki. The Vayne. I don't know who I dislike more right now, Sakazuki or Katakuri. Both are really frustrating to deal with. Yeah, so I do run 4 Satoris, largely just to see them in life and hopefully cheat out a win by getting a well-timed trigger. There are like other 2Ks that you might want to consider. Like if you're concerned more about losing than you are about going for the win, beige is really good, obviously. I don't know if there is a greater option substitute. Greater option is just so good. Like it's crazy. It does too many things. Like it's 1 Dawn, which is already so cheap, but it's -2 and draw 1. You can't replace both of those. Not for that cost either. It's so good. I would just buy it. I mean, is it still cheap? It dropped like $15 when people thought it was going to be banned. I don't know if it shot up again. Yeah, it's kind of on the rise. It's still way cheaper than it was. It was like 18, now it's 13. It's a little pricey, but it's just, if you want to play a black deck, I don't think you can go without it. Yeah, I can't wait. Is it possible to build a deck that specifically counters one of those leaders? I don't know. Maybe. Like, I think the issue with that is if you counter one, you're usually like playing into another. There will always be 1 leader or 2 leaders that just like completely destroy you. But yeah, it is still going to be banned, but in OP07. So anyone who wants to play black deck in OP06 is going to be running it, which means it's still worthwhile. It's like towards the end of OP06, it'll start to crash in price once all the big tournaments are over. But until then, people who want to win with Sakazuki or Moria are definitely going to be buying it out. Yeah, there are like a bunch of 2Ks you could put in here instead of Satori. Like Rika's interesting. The one thing that's annoying about her is the 3 or more lives. So if you're playing super aggressive and it's going well, she's kind of dead in hand. She's just a 2K counter, which a 2K counter is a 2K counter. It's not bad. The other one that is good, but maybe not in this deck, is Mihawk, because you can play Kiku and Arlong off of your Mihawk, which is nice. And then you get 2 bodies for the price of 1. It's pretty good, but I think it kind of counters how you want to play around Arlong, or play as Arlong, because you want to be able to swing big and play a body, and then he just kind of gets in the way of that. And then yeah, you got like some like Hiyori, like, makes sense. The one thing I don't like about Hiyori is that you're now down at 2K because you played her. I think if you're playing her, you would want to also play the Momo, maybe, because if you have 4 Hiyoris, 4 Kikus, the Momo blocker suddenly becomes a lot better. So like, there is like a version that's maybe like this. Like, this is something. It kind of gives you some more avenues to play, but it's just, I think, different. It's not. Yeah, Hiyori's really expensive. All of the SRs were so expensive on release because typically when you're buying singles, I think the best time is always like first day in the morning. So that Friday, it's usually the cheapest, but even then, it was really, really expensive. Thankfully, I pulled 2 Hioris at pre-release, or between 2 pre-releases, and then I pulled one more. So I just needed one, and I bought it. But I'm still short 1 Moria, and I'm short a couple of Momos. But I had to buy all my Reijus. I didn't pull any Reijus. Yes. So I think this is like an alternative setup to Arlong a little bit, but it's just different. It's a little slower. The list we have now is much more fast paced. Like just like go face as much as possible. Yellow Kawa, Moots, Kamatsu, Kawa. He's like, I feel like it's not worth putting another brick in your deck if it's him. He doesn't seem good enough. Like at that point, you might as well just put in the Netco because he has a 1K at least. Four costs are just strictly better than 3 costs in Arlong because you can play them for the same cost or the same price basically. It's 7K plus 1 Dawn, so it's 3 Dawn. Sakazuki. There's a world where maybe you put in 2 of Katakuri. It is like a late game play that can potentially just give you can put like a Kiku back in life or something, just give you a little bit of space to go for game in the next turn. It's like a little expensive, but I used to do that a lot. Yeah, Shirahoshi works. I think Shirahoshi is searchable because she's a mermaid, and I think the merfolk counts. So you put Shirahoshi in. I feel like whenever I test with Shirahoshi, though, I only see her in my hand. I never see her in my life. You could add Yamato. She's like slow though. It's a little slow. Like you play her, and then Sakatsuki immediately removes her, and then you just spend 5 Dawn to swing like maybe 5K, maybe 7K, and then play a body that's gone right away. That's why Django is such a good like mid-game play, because you can get 2 swings and establish a body, which is so worth it in this meta. This card is so good in this meta because everything just gets removed. The Hiyori is good. To me, it feels like it's part of a different deck. Like the Hiyori is, first of all, it takes 2K out of your hand. It takes 2 Dawn away from you. You could potentially be setting up your next turn, but I don't know. Maybe it could be that like I have this deck dialed to a 10 on aggression, and I should be playing it more as like a 7 or an 8. And the Hiyori is that difference maker. I do feel bad getting rid of the Satori because being able to sometimes just get a body out of life is so good. And this card is so useless, but it makes the Kami worth it because without it, you only have 4, 8, 13, 15 hits. No, 17 hits. 17 hits on 4 is like kind of rough. Maybe. Krigo Nami Django feels legal, and that's why it never happens. Like you get it like 1 out of every 15 games. Like I could have hit it in 1 game, but it wouldn't have won it for me because he had 3 life. Just 1 too many. Maybe this. Do I have? Oh shit. I might not have 4 Hioris. Right. I just printed proxies yesterday or today, but I don't have a printer, so my lovely, wonderful girlfriend printed the proxies for me at work. Get you a partner that supports your cardboard addiction. How many Hioris do I have in person? No, these are my rares. Where are my SRs? Excuse me while I shuffle through cardboard 1 second. Okay, I have 3 Hiyori's in person, so I could play a 3 Hiyori version, or try to get a proxy before the tournament starts. Could like this maybe. That gives you a 1 less 2k, which I think is fine. And then another thing that can pop off life. Yeah, I've thought about the Shirahoshi a lot. Maybe Shirahoshi's like a one of. I don't know. I feel like every time I put this in my deck, I put this in a couple times, and then I play a couple games, and every time I only see it in my hand, and it's just so useless. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if Shirahoshi's worth as like a one of. The problem is like Shirahoshi is searchable, but like you never want to search her. Like if she's not in your life, you don't want her. This is an EBO1. I think this is actually a good blocker for this deck. This would make a difference. It's like a nice Sakazuki counter. Doesn't stop the bottom decking, but it does help against Lucci. But sadly, not a problem. Not something we can help with today. These are all the merfolks. Not really that much. And these are all our fishmen. 1 Noah's Ark just for the memes. All right, let's do 1 unranked game with this version. Oh my god, are you kidding me? The ghost lobbies. All right, I gotta relaunch the thing. I don't want to sit here. Okay, ooh, all right, we're in. Cool. All right, let's try it out. Unranked. I think sometimes you just have bad sim days. Like I'll have like a really bad games on sim and then I'll play it in person and it just works better. So that's what I'm gonna count on. Tomorrow we're just gonna have a good game because it'd be nice too. Okay. It's like a nice opening hand for us. The Wano variant, I was like personally a big fan of the Wano variant for a while. I thought it was gonna be so good. And I think in practice, it's too slow to be an aggro deck, and it's not efficient enough to be a control deck. Like you can go for board, but you will lose because over time they'll just whittle down your health because you're a 4-life leader, and then you're just done. Even with the Yamato and the heal, it's like not enough because if you think about it, Enel has Yamato, he has Katakuri, and he has his leader ability, and even then, like he still dies sometimes. So yeah, I just think it's like not enough. It's fun though. Boo. Who even runs this? It's so uncommon. It is a really good event though. I like it. boom. Oh, we finally got the event, or the stage rather. Need an Arlong stage. Where's that Arlong Park stage? That would be the game changer. Arlong Park stage, discard a card, get a trigger back from your graveyard. Boom, done. Arlong's great again. I'll skip this song. Too intense. Too intense. I wonder if he's gonna. Oh, yeah. This is one of our better matchups as long as they don't see like 4 of these in their first hand. Oh, well, now I kind of regret. He's gonna play the Yonji now. He's gonna judge. He could get potentially 3 if he has 2 in his hand that he discards. No. No, all right. Yeah. Well, I don't really know that that was the most typical Rage match. Oh shoot, I forgot to vote for this guy. All right. Let's try again. Queuing up. All right, we got our match. Katakuri, yikes. I think I made it worse. What was the bug? Okay, that helps. Good pull, good pull. Nice. Well, there's 2 Kikus we won't see. Sad. Oh, the ghost lobby. Yeah. Dude, the ghost lobby is super frustrating. No Onami, please. No, thank you. No Onami. Ooh, all right. Sheesh. Kiku. That armor would have been nice. Can I go for game next turn? I feel like I can't. Not unless there's like a Jenko in here. But I also think I lose either way. Just roll the dice. Screw it. Is that their only counter? There was not. Katakuri. Yeah, I mean, we did not play that well, but I don't really know what I was supposed to do there in the first place. Just maybe kill the Parasparrow, stop some of those attacks. I don't know. We just didn't get enough on board. We didn't see any triggers. Maybe I don't know if I saw the Hiyori. Maybe I should have played it if I saw it. Yeesh. Alright. Not a good Arlong day. Second guessing if I should play him tomorrow, but I just don't have enough cards yet to play anything else. Most of my stuff's still in the mail. And I do want to try to do well because I would like the boxes. Some extra cards would be really nice. Like a nice, I think what we're really missing is just like a really consistent 5-6 Dom turn play. I have to do different things depending on what my early game looks like, but or maybe it's really just a 7 Don, because we don't really play Krieg that much. We only play Hody Jones when we're ready to go for game. And so if we don't see those guys, it's like we just do 2 7K swings with Django usually. I'm debating putting 2 Katakuris in again. I think it might be a little too slow for this meta though. Oh my god. Sorry guys, I'm waiting for this guy to let me know if I'm joining his lobby or if he's joining mine. I don't want to leave if he's trying to join mine. Oh my god. Okay, there he is. Gekkoboria, ready to go. Hi. I feel like a bad hand. I don't really want to put Satori on my life right now. If it was like, yeah, I guess that's the downside of the Hiyori. A lot of the cards you want to put in your life, you would need them to be at 3 life first, like Kiku. Trash 5 cards. So he already has Hogback in there, but nothing else. Yeah, I think I've always kind of struggled to figure out like what is the top end for Arlong. There isn't really an 8 or a 9 drop that fits into him, to his archetype like really neatly. Hody Jones is the closest thing we get, and it's kind of mixed. Got no cards. Where's our 6Ks? Okay. He's got a Perona in there now, so you could play the Perona off life or off trash with leader ability. Okay. No leader ability. I'll take. Now I have the Hiyori. So like this is my issue with the Hiyori. So what am I supposed to do? Like spend 2 Dawn, play Hiyori, put Sanji in life, and then now I'm out of 2k and then I'll also have to trash card. It doesn't feel worth it to me. Maybe it's just not worth this turn because I don't have like another body to play. Also, sometimes I feel like I play Hiyori and then my top life is already what I wanted anyways. Could just be like a more situational 2k. Come on, go to 3 life. So if I have a Kiku. Oh. Alright, yeah. Absalom coming in with the removal. He's like no cards in hand now, though. I wonder if he's going to go 3k on brand new. Go 6 in. Yep. Guess we take it. Yeah, let's bring that out. That's worth it. I think we do 7, 7, 8 here. Put out Sanji. We're in a pretty good spot, I feel like, in this match so far. Low on life, but he's low on resources, and hopefully we'll take 1 or 2 hits here. Okay. I think that means Amoria's coming next turn. So if he Morias, he can play... He doesn't have Suru. Or Helmeppo. Well, I guess Helmeppo's 3 cost anyway, so... He doesn't have Suru in his trash, which means he can't remove something with like an Absalom play. Oh boy, thank you for the follow. That's a tough username to read. So I'm going to call you M4R, and I apologize for that. But thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I feel like he has a Moria in his hand, but he just doesn't have like a good play off of it. So he's thinking. I guess there's like always the Moria, Rebecca, brand new, something else, like grab Perona plan. Yeah, Moria inbound for sure. I wonder if we could just go for game next turn. I can play Karobi, rest the block, right? Moria Borsalino, okay. I feel like I would have just grabbed Rebecca at that point. Yeah, I mean, Rebecca was very clearly the play here, because Rebecca gets you another, you could have gotten a Perona back, bring a 2k back to your hand. Drew a brick, okay. No 2Ks? You think this works? Was this a bait? Am I getting baited? And now we're good. Oh yeah, I didn't know one of his cards was Kuzan, so GG's. All right, 5-6. Not the record we want, but the record we got. Let's queue up for another one. See if we can get to 6-6. All right, let's see if we got our match. We did not yet. I mean, I don't know. We held Hiyori that whole game. Never played her. Not that I always play my stories either, but I would never play Zero anyways. It's just searchable, which is nice. You could bring Kami down to 2 and then up like the Jones, maybe. All right, we got a match. Gecko Moria one more time. There we go. Good hand. Brand new. Brand new finds the Kuzan. Moria's in the trash. That's good for us. This is a good turn one play against Moria because if you play the Kiku, they might take a life and then they might remove the Kiku with like a Suru into Absalom play from the trash, and then you don't get the effect off Kiku. Perona turn 1. They always have the Perona turn 1. Oh, they trashed Absalom. Okay. See, like that's like a good removal for Absalom. I don't really care about that. And now I'm definitely gonna get the Kiku off this time. Yeah, I mean there is always the big bomb build. I think so. I did a big bomb build with like all of my OP03 to 5 Arlongs, and it's good. It's definitely decent. I just think now that you have synergy between Nami and Kami, who could pull from the same pool of cards, it's like this kind of build makes sense. There isn't a lot I would take out for big mom cards because you want 4 Kikus, you want 4 Arlongs. Like those are I think the meat of what makes this deck good right now. And so you can take out some of the other stuff, but like the Kurobis are really good. Hody Jones is still really good. So it becomes tough to find space. Kurol, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Oh, 5K. Let's get rid of the Nami. Cracker's also a little worse in this meta because if you go first and you're facing a lot of 4-life leaders like Sakazuki and Perona, you may not be able to get his effect off a lot of the time. Nice. Yeah, it's like a really good pull. This is why, I mean, even with so few hits, not few, we got like 17, but I think Kimi's still worth at 3 because finding that Arlong right now is a huge game changer for us. We're going to put another big body and we're going to stop him from using his leader ability next turn. Huge, huge, huge. Next turn might be a Moria turn for him anyways, but that's pressure we don't have to deal with now from like a 5K swing. It's basically a card in hand because we trashed a card to get a card. We would have had to counter out of the 5K. That's one card out of our hand. So. All right, yeah, there's the Moria. Moria's going to pull... Could pull Suru Lucci. Why is Moria not Thriller Bark locked? That makes no sense. It should just be Thriller Bark characters. Such a good card. We're in a bit of a jam here. I mean, we could lose next turn pretty easily between these 4 attacks. Not guaranteed by any means. I think we'll be okay with the Sanji play. A Django would be really nice top deck here. Oh. I think we got a counter. 7, 8. I need 7 Dawn to play those 2. So let's do this. Just get an attack off the board, ideally. All right, let's hope this is enough. I'm sometimes tempted to put like brulees or something in here because I feel like we never really see the Sanji when we want to or need to. Is he gonna Absalom me? That's rough. At least this is like 5 Dawn he doesn't have access to now. But now we really need to see something good in these triggers. God damn it. Yep, it's gonna go. This needs to be an Amaru or Sanji. Nope. I don't know if it's close. Really, we just needed one more 2K. This was, we have 11 of them. It's not crazy. We only saw one other one. Yeah, I mean, it needed to be enough 2Ks. Oh no, math was wrong. I needed more. GG. Frustrating. All right. So overall 5-7. Not the best showing for the deck, that's for sure. We've gone through a lot of, I've gone through a lot of versions of this. Not necessarily today, but just over time. Like Hioris for zero, or Zeos for Hioris. I used to have the 0 drop 3K counter event, but the Amaru helps get you some wins. Also like good in life, but just we're not seeing it really. Yeah, definitely unlucky. I mean, a Kurobi would have been good there. Like, there's a lot of stuff we could have pulled that would have saved us. Like, Kurobi would have stopped the Lucci from attacking, and then we had enough 2Ks to get out of it. If he had to attack with brand new, Onami would have been good. I mean, there was a lot of cards we could have pulled there. We're just not seeing them today. Basically, there was 2, 6, 10, 14 types of cards. Even the Arlong would have been good because you can rest the Lucci. It rests a 4 or less. That's what I'm saying. I feel like sometimes sim you just don't have good luck, and it helps a bit in person. I do wonder. What are we? Oh yeah, the Kriegs. The Kriegs are just like not doing it for me today. I don't know if it's just because the games we're having today, but it doesn't feel super helpful. I'm not really sure what the replacement is. Oh, this is a Fishman, that's true. Just a brick. How many East Blue do we have without the Creeks? 4, 8, 12, 16. It's not a lot, because you can't search Nami with Nami. This is almost better, because you can take out like a Lucci or something for basically 1 Dawn. It's just not a useful body on board, which is part of the problem. Like, you need bodies on board. And then Kuru doesn't have any on play. Jin, there's always Jin. I have a love-hate with Jin. I feel like 4-cost 5Ks are just bad right now. If you think about like what's being played, it's like Borsellino, which is unkillable by effects and 6K on your opponent's turn. It's Lucci, which is 4-cost 6K. It's Kiku, which is 4-cost 6K. It's Ohm, which is a 6K if you have 2 or less life and also finds you a holy. Sanji blocker is like the only 4-cost 5K I can think of that's played regularly, and it's because it's a blocker. So Jin is just weak. His effect is good, but that's what you have Hody Jones for. It's like a cheaper Hody Jones, but it's like better in a control deck, I feel. Yeah, I wish East Blue wasn't so bad. There was just like a little bit more variety here. You could do a lot. It's so easy to get them below 3 life. This effect is not good. It's expensive too. It's really expensive. I use it sometimes in my Zoro Sanji deck. There, I think it makes a little more sense. Here, not so much. Pearl's being removed a lot. Yeah, Nell's an option. Nell's definitely an option. Because you can play him without taking the life, which is nice. I don't know about going down to 16 hits on Nami. That's so few. What's the math on that? 16 if you're assume you've seen like 3, so on average you'd probably be like 13 out of 40 cards. Look at the top 5. It's 13 out of 40. It's like 30% of your deck. I mean, you should still get hits most of the time. It just feels really bad to whiff in Arlong because you already have so few cards in hand. I wish these events didn't suck. Like, what is this event? It's so expensive. 1 Dawn and rest a character. You can only KO a rested 3 or less. What is the point of this? The trigger is pretty good. I like the trigger. But the event itself sucks. They really just hate this archetype. They did not want East Blue to be good. This only be really good in Kuro. Like, this card's like pretty good if you're worried about Fortress Yamato, because they'll play like the Rosinantes a lot. Same, I guess, with Perona. Get the Rosinante blockers out of the way, but not worth it. Trigger's okay too. And then this card. Why couldn't this card be better? Like, think about Houndblaze. For Houndblaze, for 2 Dawn, you can remove a character and you get 3,000 power. For 1 Dawn, you rest a 1 or less, which is nothing, and then you get 1,000 power. It's so bad. At least you make it a 2 or less, you can get rest the Rosinante. Then this is like somewhat viable. You can run it to rest Rosinante and not lose any power off of your Dawn. Yeah, there's really nothing in here that you could kind of swap in for the Kriegs is the issue. I would say my second preference is Chu, just because of the removal. And then maybe you like get rid of the Hiyori's, put in Rika instead. But I would say Rika's even less useful than Hiyori right now. Yeah, we're maxed out on all the other East Blue characters. There is an L. There's also 7 Mom. I think she's just like generically good. Especially in a deck where you want them to trust their life. Oh, 7 cost Doflamingo. I mean, helps with the survivability a lot, but I think it's better for the second curve. Bubble blockers. I mean, we do have 7 mono characters now. It's not a lot, but no, I think it's just like a different deck. It's just contradictory to the playstyle we're interested in. This event is crazy. So expensive, but it's like really good. Diamante, no. Yeah, it's kind of tough. I feel like we're kind of reaching the limits of what the deck can do. There aren't really that many more swaps you can make unless it's a completely different play or like version of Arlong. Like Inarashi. Yeah, I mean the fact that you could just play him for free is always really nice. 2 down effects on the 5 down turn. It's valid. We gotta skip the song. It's way too intense right now. Yeah, I mean, like that's honestly valid. I think I just run into the same issue of is 16 hits on Nami too few hits. You're just gonna whiff a lot more. Things to think on. things to think on. Yeah. Krieg is good. I've played so many matches today. I don't think I've maybe played him twice throughout the day, and both times he like hasn't helped as much. The combo, I mean, the combo with Onami and Django and Krieg is dirty for sure. It's just too many pieces. It's way too many pieces. It's really expensive. There's always a one of Zoro. Put it down and pray they don't remove it with an Ice Age. Could put it Ryuba. Doesn't replace our doesn't change our like brick count, and he has like the double effect going on. I don't know. Tough calls. Deck building is tough. Deck building is really tough. Yeah, there's Cracker. My thing with Cracker is if you're fighting a lot of 4-life leaders and you're going first, his effect might not proc most of the time. Because like if you'll always have more life unless it's later in the game. It's not a bad ad though. I wish this card was like still viable. It's so fun. Yeah, if Ryuma had a trigger, it would be amazing. Even if it was a bad trigger, as long as we could play it for 3 Dawn, it's really good. But yeah, the 7-drop kid was so fun. I love this card. There's Katakuri. Just kind of like get to a later stage in the game, slow things down. Like put a Sanji back in your life, or put one of their big bodies at the bottom of their life so that you could kind of slowly whittle them down. How are you feeling about the Katakuri? I used to run the Katakuri a lot, so I don't even know if I know. I only have the OP05 builds, but yeah, I used to always have like a two Dawn version of Katakuri. I didn't even play Arlong that much in OP05, but at OP03, 3 and 4, I ran Katakuri. I can't play this without running the Rosinantes. I also don't think I'll like comfortably be at 9 Dawn. It is like really good right now, but man, if it wasn't for Ice Age, I would play this because Ice Age just puts this at 2, which means you could just get rid of it with a Lucci. That's why the 8-drop kit's so good, because it's a little more than just Ice Age. You get, if you're Sakasuke, you gotta like swing into it as well. Maybe. Not the matchup you really want to test this in. It's a very different matchup. Yeah, I mean, like the whiff percentage really goes up in this deck now, which is not ideal. there's a Katakuri. I guess it is a little awkward on if you're going first. Maybe I do want to know. I was gonna go for the Kiku. Yeah, that's like the nice thing about the Krieg is that he's 6 on your 7 on turn. And you can still like do some stuff. You can swing 6k. You can even swing like 5-7 and then play Krieg. So 6 is a good number for us. 8's a little off. Hmm. $9k. That's exact counter. 912. Darn, yeah, he got it. He had the counter for it. Yeah, if we were able to kill that. So, I mean, that's a bad example because Velabati is such a fast deck, but yeah, Katakuri didn't feel great. I think the days of Katakuri and Arlong is done. Funnily enough, the 7-drop kid would have helped in that matchup. But 6 is a good number. Really, only 6 Dawn cards is like Krieg. I don't know, guys. I think I've reached the limit that my T brain cells can really think of something creative here. Oh, mulligan. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. I just know that the second you see a Sakazuki or Moria, it's just Ice Age Lucci done. Like if it's a card, if it sticks, it's so much value. Yeah, no, very true. With decks like this, you just got to keep throwing yourself at the wall, and then you got to accept that you're just not going to win as much as Sakazuki or Katakuri will. You're just not. It would be nice to win as much as they do, but there's a reason those decks are played and this one isn't. Why do I have to submit this deck list? That's a good question. I have to submit by tomorrow evening. Okay, I got some time. We got some time to figure it out. Yep, you got that. Sometimes I wonder if I should just be going second in all my matchups, because so many decks want the second curve, and if I go second, I can play Arlong on my first turn and just stop them from attacking a second time, which is really nice. This one. Hogback. Hogback pulls. You cannot have that. That's mine. What did Hogback pull? Perona. Okay. And then Perona. No, another Hogback. Sindri. Oh, 2/2Ks. Okay. That means we're on the right track. Alright, this feels a little greedy because we're gonna run out of our cards in hand, but it's another body on board. It's just so valuable to shut down his ability. If he clears board here, it's like not super bad because I'll get a life back. And then I still have these guys. I am tempted. Oh, okay. Well, now if he clears board, it's a little worse for me, but about to happen. Yeah, this is why Great Eruption's so good. All right, so Moria's gonna pull back the Lucci. Okay, well, Lucci can kill these two. These guys are gonna stick around. 5k, 5k. If I pull a Django, I could just win next turn because we know he has a Sindri and a Borsalino, so he has 3k counter for sure. He didn't drop a Sentry. No, I don't think so. Krieg's actually good here. See, Krieg is like good here, but Django's just better. Actually, I don't really know. There's Sindri, there's the Borsalino. Is that all of his counter? No, he had more. No, I guess we want the Krieg. I don't think we win though. Womp up, dude. We never get a Sanchi or an Amru when we want. That's crazy. I'm like incredibly unlucky this evening. GG. Let's ask ourselves though, if I had a 7-drop kid in that situation, would have that been better? I think it would have, because it would have had a block. I just wouldn't have been able to clear those guys for free. No, No, not purple. How many triggers do we have? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. We have 28. How many are like we want to see? We have like 4, 8, 12, 16. We have 16 triggers that like I think we want to see throughout the course of the game, and I don't think we see them that often. I'm not counting Onami because Onami's good, but I'm more thinking like bodies on the board. Oh, I guess Arlong doesn't count either. So just 12. Kurobi goes on the board and Hachan goes on the board, but it's not good. Ugh. I was thinking about this. You can't play with Arlong's ability though, which is kind of annoying. But it is a 6k attacker, and you can play for free off life in most cases. It is probably, if I'm gonna go that route, it is probably just better to play the Neko or the Dogstrom, wherever he lives. Where is Dogstrom? Oh, here he is. One of those two. Yeah. Huh. I think really I just need my characters to survive a little longer on board, and then I'm good. Or I need the games to go on a little longer. Like I die too quick. It's tough. Cracker's always good. Why does this card not have East Blue? I guess Zora's not from East Blue. This card's like actually not bad if it was searchable to East Blue, because you can play it. It's like a kind of alternative Kurobi. You play it with leader ability and then you rest it to rest a blocker after. It's like not horrible, but it's not searchable, so it's not really useful. Yeah, I don't know. Krieg. What are the events we got going on? Oy. Nah, I don't really have 2 Dawn to leave up most of the time. I wish I had like a Houndblaze-esque event. I guess Amaru is the Houndblaze-esque event. This would be really good if it was like, I'd be willing to pay 3 for this to get 4 cost or less instead of 3 or less. You're really good. These are all Uta. There's this. Resta Leader is kind of crazy. Resta Leader is so crazy. Because they never plan around their leader getting rested. No one runs this. But again, I don't think I leave 2 Dawn up that much. This is how I make decks, by the way. Like, I just play a bunch of games, and then when I get frustrated enough about losing, I'll just stare at the cards that could be in the deck for way too long and try to make changes. Doesn't always work, though. Your opponent's 4 Mario Lift cards. I remember I went to a locals, like in OP04, and it was like one of his store champs or something. And I played against a Katakuri that ran this. I did not expect it. I was playing Arlong too, so I'm like 4 life. I'm only at 4 life at the very beginning of the game, and he hit me with this. I was like, holy shit. It's very weird. Gun Madoki. I don't have enough characters with the Wano. Althor. Althor's not bad. Both Althor and Nakibara Arrow aren't bad. I don't know what I'm looking for right now. That's the thing. I don't know if I want like more defensive power, if I want more on play removal, if I want just more aggression. I used to run this card a little bit in Arlong because I remember at the time like Parasparrow was really popular. I don't know. This was like before Sakazuki, so it was like Katakuri and Whitebeard and Zoro and Law and all them. It was pretty good. I liked it. KO 20 opponents close. No. I mean, there's always this. If I just like want to, the effect is the trigger's so bad if you're not Katakuri or no. Like your chance of getting that is so minimal. There's always reject. Reject's like really, really, really good. I just feel like it kills a lot of my momentum as Arlong. Because you can't use it against Borsellino, which is like 80% of what you see. Moria plays Borsellino, Perona plays Borsellino, Sakazuki plays Borsellino. And then I feel like Django kind of helps us with the 1 life in the first place. We don't really need a 4 Dawn, deal 1 damage kind of situation. Power Mochi's bad, Thunderbog, no. Yeah, I don't really think there's an event in here that we want. I feel like this is just the list. Like maybe there's some ratio changes. Like maybe Vanderdecken has to be a 1 of and not a 2 of. Because you only play him against 8-drop Kid. You know, instead of Hiyori, you could play something else, like a searchable 2K. I still haven't used Hiyori once. This card, I mean, generically is really good, but there's no way we're ever going to get to 10 Dawn in like a comfortable enough position to play him. You're not a Hiyori believer? I don't think I'm a Hiyori believer. I think it's just a different deck. Like, I can see a situation where I'm going to lose and I can play Hiyori to put like a Maru in my life. This exact list you went 5-0 at locals with, or you're trying to post a link? Yeah, send me the link if you have a 5-0 list. I'm curious for sure. 5-0 is nothing to scoff at. 5-0 is meaningful. I think anything under 5-0 at locals, it's like, who knows? But if you can go 5 rounds, you could do a lot. You could send it on Twitch or on Discord. My Discord name is Serdundo as well. Yeah, I don't think I'm a Hiyori believer either. What are the 2Ks with trigger? It's beige, but he's not non-play. Izo doesn't really help us. I'm not really concerned about resting things. I feel like we can rest enough stuff. I mean, beige is always good if you're like super desperate. I feel like I don't hate the beige right now because I do feel like sometimes I just need 1 trigger at my last life to really save me. Oh boy. Hey Hudson. How was your walk? Oh. Oh, so there's doors just keep getting stuck, I think.
Yeah, well, I tried like going into the elevator and pressing Q and then like getting out and closing the door again.
Yeah.
So it looks like the elevator is able to kind of get back if the door is closed. But then it opens again.
Interesting. Zoro has won you so many games as Arlong. The 9-drop. I just feel like I'm not. I don't know. I'm not in a comfortable place on my non-9 turn to just play one body and do nothing else. Obviously, like if you can play this card and get it to stick, you're like 80% guaranteed to win any game. Absolutely, it's just so good. I just don't know that like I'm ever in a place where like yeah, I could just play Zoro. All right, your 5-0 locals list. All right, I just got it. Here, let me pull it up on the screen. Desktop. All right. All right, Krobies, Dragos. I was thinking about the choose. Hachan, Arlong, back to Zio. Yeah. You got the Mihawks instead of Satori's. I don't hate that. It's just like it gives you 2 bodies, which is nice. They could attack into your like Arlongs and Kikus. I guess it depends when you play it. I've tested basically this exact list minus the Zoro and the other Wano drops. All right, yeah. We're Hiyori haters. We're down on Hiyori. You played 2 Uta, 1 Reiju, 1 Moria, and 1 Yamato. I mean, you ran the gambit basically. The only thing you didn't see is Sakazuki, which I think makes a difference. But dodging Sakazuki, that's dodging the leaders you don't want to see is part of the skill. If you just don't see him, you do good. We're gonna put the Zeos back in because that's our searchable 2K, which I think makes a difference. I only play even 6 on turn. Oh, you went second every time? Oh, you play the Mihawk on the 6 on turn. I see. What's my other so instead of Satori? I guess you don't need the Satori if you are running these guys, because you do have then 4 bodies that could be played off life. So no Krieg. You don't have a Vanderdecken either. Oh shit, I can't play the Mihawks. I only have 1 Zoro Sanji deck. I guess I could do this. Yeah, I only managed to get 1 Zoro Sanji deck. Let's make this a new copy. And then which one's better? Equal to or less than the number of their life cards. So if they're at, they would be at 3 life ideally when you play this. So I think this one's probably better for that case. It's kind of similar. I'm did you ever get the Zoro out? The 9-drop Zoro? Yeah, Neko better than Inarashi. I agree. How many 2Ks did you run? You ran 8, 12, the full 12. What else did you replace? So Vanderdecken gets out, Chu can come in. Yeah, that's true. I guess played it against the Reiju as well. I could try to get some more proxies. I don't know if Ray will be able to print them free in time before tomorrow's tournament, but you went down one on Kurobi too. Oh, you don't run the Nami Searcher. You're right. You just do Kami's because it's all Fishman. Yeah, you got 3, 6, 10, 14, 18, 20 hits on Kami. Records today was like 5-7. Not very good. So we're doing some deck building. Some live thought experiments. This is a list that Dish Towels ran at Locals 150. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about the Zoro. It feels too expensive. Like I think Zoro feels like a win more card sometimes. If you have the space to play it, you're probably in winning anyways. Yeah, I like Mihawk as a 4 of 2. I just don't have 4 of him right now. So I'm waiting. And I'm trying to plan for a tournament tomorrow, so you have to drop on first for the 7k banish. Yeah, no, that's fair. I think against a lot of leaders you want to, because if you play something like Kiku against Perona, it just dies before they're at 3 life. Okay, where's my stream elements? There we go. Maybe double Kimi Nami. Yeah. Oh, you also don't run the Althor. Or not the Althor, the Amaru, I realized. That's another thing you don't have. Sometimes there's an Absalom to kill the Onami. Yeah. Oh. Well, not really the typical testing grounds, but might as well play because I love this deck. That's good for us. Did not expect to see that in this deck, that's for sure. Oh, this is a build. What is happening here? Oh, this guy's doing a Mink build. Oh, he's doing a Wano build. Oh, it's the wrong list. I didn't switch list. Yeah, I'm playing in the Eggman thing tomorrow. But all of my cards are in the mail because I only bought 1 box. So Arlong's really the only thing I can realistically play. Proxies are allowed, but I don't want to play like a deck of 30 proxies. If you're not in his Discord, you should join that because he makes a lot of announcements. Where's the link? Oh, you cannot invite people to just Discord. It's probably on his Twitch somewhere. Let me see. Huh. He really doesn't have a link to his Discord anymore. YouTube, Twitter. Is it on his YouTube? Maybe it's in like a YouTube, maybe in like a YouTube comment. Oh yeah, sorry. Why does he not have a link to his Discord anywhere? He's gotta. Maybe it's like always in his VODs. All right, weird. Anyways, yeah, I would just check his his stream, because he'll usually post it then. And yeah, he makes announcements, puts them in Discord. And they are usually either Tuesdays or Saturdays, from what I've seen. Just barely. Okay, that was the wrong list. That was not that was our old list. No. God dang it. Let's reopen that. All right, I got a Moria. Good testing. All right, we're going second. I feel like I like going second against Moria and like Prona, because you can shut off their ability right away. Nice. Bit of a kind of expensive, but worth it, because there's no way he can remove this next turn. He can't create Eruption and Absalom in the same turn with 4. Oh, yes, he can. He has 5 down because I'm going second. Did he? Nope, he just got a Great Eruption. Just dumping all the 2Ks. Playing aggressive this turn. Oh, if he has a third one in hand, this guy needs to get a lotto ticket. I guess he could have a Suru too. Okay, hog back. That's fine. Actually a good pull for us. He got his Prona from trash. I actually think this is one of the better matchups for Arlong most of the time. Because Moria is naturally discarding cards from his hand to get board advantage, which is, you know, obviously tricky as a 4-life leader to deal with if he has a lot of attacks coming in. But if you're able to see your Arlongs a lot, you're shutting down his ability to use his he's like discarded cards, and now he can't attack with his leader anyways. So it's pretty good. You just don't want it to go on too long, because if he gets the Moria and he's still at like 3 life, it's kind of rough. But ideally next turn he'll be at 2 or less life, and then I can kind of just go for game. Is Absalom's coming out? Yeah. Yeah. For sure. I think I wanted that in my hand right now. The one of Chu paying off. We don't have a lot in our hand. Oh, I think we just lose if we don't see a Sanji or an Amaru in life. This is what I'm saying. I feel like too many of my matches are coming down to, do I see like a really good trigger in my life to save me? And I know this one's my fault, because I pitched a bunch of 2Ks at the start of the round. It's because I didn't want to drop the Kiku, and then I didn't even end up playing the Kiku because I saw enough Django's. Yeah, we need something good here. Oh, finally. This is the first game all day. We must have played like 15 or 20 games today where I actually saw a Sanji in life when I needed it. The Chu kind of came in clutch, though. I like the Chu a lot. Oh, no. He's going to Absalom me. Hogback? Wonder why he did that. I guess he thought he had the Absalom and he didn't. That would have been a Nami. Nami would have... I love that they did this so I could actually see what would happen. Would Nami get us a Hachan? It would not. No, I don't think so. That's too far down. Yeah. The Chu was nice. Who's our slash? 1, 2. We got 12 slash, and then these guys. Be like this. I think I like it. I would run this more if I had 4 of them. This is doable. Yeah, Ryuma's good. He's just not searchable. He doesn't have a trigger, and he doesn't have counter. It's just, if he had one of those, I would play him a lot more. Oh, I don't have any 2Ks. No, I'm silly. Hiyori. Yeah, this card is everything. This card is everything. It's searchable by Kami and by Nami, so no matter which searcher you use, you can find him. His trigger is kind of meh. It's not great. 4 cost to lower, like it could come in handy, but it's not amazing. I would rather play him. But yeah, he's Yamato, Moria, to some degree Katakuri, to some degree Sakazuki. Like he shuts down all of them. I'm surprised they did this. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Damn, no bodies. Where's my Nekos? Where's my Kikus? I was really just hoping to see something. Yeah, we're just gonna go for it. Oh, there he was. I mean, we're winning in your casual matches. I don't know, maybe we just drop the Van de Beek and put one Zoro in? Just the one? I just can't see a lot of situations where I would play him. You know, I'm always like super low on life by the time I get to 9 Dawn. And I like need to go for game. I don't know. Oops. The list is a little all over the place at this point because I'm trying to mix too many ideas. Some from the list Dish Towel shared with me, and some for my own stuff. It's a very custom list at this point. If you start with Zoro, you should play more defensively. Yeah, I guess it depends on the matchup too. I feel like maybe against the Reiji you can kind of go for board more, drag things out. I think on some matchups you just won't have the option because they're going to be super aggressive and you just are on a clock as a 4-life leader. Like I don't think Moria you could play the Zoro. All right, let's do one more. Oh, I'm glad at least that was fast. All right, Sakazuki, it's a good one. All right, never mind. Katakuri. Thank you, Kami. Good find, good find. All right, if you think about it, that literally almost never makes sense. Unless you know that this is something really good, which they wouldn't at this point, but they just gave up 2 cards to save 1. They could be banking on there's probably a trigger in there, which is fair. But yeah, that literally almost never makes sense. And it wasn't a trigger. So yeah, if you're playing against a Yamato or an Arlong that runs Nami, just think about that. All right, he's going for board. This is a strange hand. I don't really know what's happening this game. This is like bizarre. My hand is bizarre. It does mess with people for sure. A Django would be real nice here. I have a feeling a 10 bomb's coming my way though. Yep. Was too slow. Yep, was kind of hoping there wasn't anything in life, but oh, another one? Oh my god. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing that saves us. And he had a beige last life. 2 Kikus and a beige. Sometimes you just have it. That was also just a super weird hand for us. All of our Namis for some reason. Odamis rather. Sure. Oh, what did he get off the body? No cards? Okay. Well, this is 8-drop kid, so we're gonna 8-drop kid Yamato. So we're gonna hold on to the Vanderdecken. Rosinante, yeah. We need to kill that. I might just play the Karobi flat just to kill it next turn. Baby 5. Does Fortress Yamato run this? I guess. It makes sense. Another Rosanante. Sheesh. Oh, wow. So he can't swing more than 5k and play Kid on this turn. I didn't think he ran the Gibson. Interesting, opted for the Jones. I guess if you know you can kill the Arlong, it's a pretty safe play. Because with 8 cards in hand, you're just waiting. Yeah, that backfired. That backfired a lot. I thought he was going to play the Jones and clear my board. And then just play 10 drop on top of it. Yeah. That's how much counter did it even have? 3k, 5k, 6k, 7k. So if I did 5, 6k, no, he couldn't have gotten out of it. Not at all. I feel like there were other plays. I don't know. Could have left up 2 for Punk Gibson. You basically just need to get to your 10 down turn and clear board a little. Oh, right. Okay. This is our test list right now. I might tweak the ratios offline a little bit. I don't love like 2s and 3s and 1s as much. I think I'm kind of limited by what I have available for tomorrow. The proxies are allowed, but I don't have a printer, so limited access to when I can get the proxies. Anyways, what time is the tournament tomorrow? Let me let you guys know. Best Coast pairings. My events tomorrow, March 19th. Fine. What is that? Oh God, it's so late always. All right, 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. I will be playing in Eggman's double box tournament. I'm going to be running Arlong. It's probably going to look like this, somewhere between this and this. One of these two. And we're going to see how we do. It's 128 people, so it's a pretty big tournament. It will go 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 6 rounds at least. Yeah. 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2. Yeah, 6 rounds. It's usually pretty competitive. A lot of like former I usually see a lot of like former regionals winners or top placers participate. It's kind of all around good players, some new players. So it just depends on who joins that day. But should be a lot of fun. Gonna stream it. Hope you guys have time to come check it out. I'm hoping to do super well because I would like the cards, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna do some offline tweaking on the list and figure out kind of like what the final list is gonna look like because I have until tomorrow evening to submit it. Thank you, Ephraim. Appreciate it. For those of you on Twitch, I'm gonna toss us into a raid for a channel streaming of locals, so we can watch some gameplay. And then for those of you on YouTube, really appreciate you guys coming out and hanging out. If you want to come check out the raid, you can just click on the link to join me on Twitch. But we're just gonna go see this locals and hopefully get some good OP06 gameplay going on. Can't type in the link. All right, there we go. All right, raid has started. Moving in 8 seconds. Thank you very much, everyone. Dish Towels, thank you so much for the list. I'm going to do some tweaking, and I'm going to run something like this tomorrow.